Hello, it's Sarah from the Euclid Public Library's Youth Services Department. I'm here today with some back to school books to show you. Let's start with some books for younger readers who might be going to school for the first time to help deal with anxiety over this new experience. I have 4 recommendations for this: Llama Llama Mrs. Mama, The Night Before Kindergarten, The Day You Begin, and The Kissing Hand. Llama Llama Mrs. Mama talks about the character Llama Llama going to school for the first time and dealing with missing his mother. Throughout the book, he ends up having fun at school, and that helps handle that anxiety. The Night Before Kindergarten talks about the night before kindergarten, the feelings that the characters in the book are experiencing, thinking about starting kindergarten the next day. The Day You Begin deals with a specific type of school experience, which is starting in a school in a class where you may be physically or different or have a different socio-cultural background from the other student in your class, and helping appreciate these differences and finding ways to fit in while still being true to yourself. The Kissing Hand talks about a young raccoon who is starting school for the first time, and in a method to cope with missing his mother while he's gone, brings a kiss from her on his hand to school. This is a great book if you have a child who struggles with separation, because you can adopt the practice shown in the book into your own lives. Here's some more general books for younger readers. We Don't Eat Our Classmates, Sorry Grown-Ups, You Can't Go to School, Kitty Cat, Are You Going to School, and The Pigeon Has to Go to School. These books all deal with the experience of starting school, but don't necessarily deal with anxiety, rather than just showing the experience of starting school in a humorous way to help your child get excited. Here we have a selection of books for slightly older readers, ideally for children who are going into 2nd to 5th grade and just beginning simple chapter books. First, we have Sideways Stories from Wayside School. If you think your day at school's bad, at least you don't have to climb up to the 30th floor of the building every day just to get to your classroom. These books are a series of hilarious short stories all about the different teachers and students at the absolutely crazy Wayside School. The Horrible Harry books are a series of books told from the perspective of a young boy named Doug, all about his friend Harry and the adventures they have in their 2nd and eventually 3rd grade class. They deal with everything from school projects to bullies to making friends. These are great books to show an everyday perspective of life in school. We have The Adventures of the Bailey School Kids. This series is for all the amateur detectives out there, as they are great mystery books that deal with a very strange school and neighborhood that seems to have a bunch of adults, whether they are teachers or janitors, who are not what they seem. Try to solve the mystery. Next, we have the Magic Treehouse books. This is a very long-running series about a pair of siblings named Jack and Annie who have a magic treehouse that can take them to places shown in books, whether that's into the past to meet dinosaurs or all the way to Camelot and the mythical court of King Arthur. These are wonderful, fantastic books with really interesting stories, but are also great to read as preparation for school because they do share a lot of real facts about the places Jack and Annie visit. One of the best things about this series is that in addition to these books, the fictional books, there are also a bunch of nonfiction books that pair up with the fictional books. The nonfiction books give you more information and lessons about the places and topics mentioned in the fictional stories. Finally, we have the Jada Jones books. Jada Jones is a science-loving fourth grader who has a couple of wonderful books that both talk about her friendships and her experiences in school and also teach a lot of great information about science. The first of them is Jada Jones Rockstar, where Jada Jones deals with her best friend moving away and also teaches you all about geology, rocks, and minerals. All right, and this last page has our middle grade readers. These are older elementary school going into middle school aged books and also some graphic novels. Our first series, Baby Mouse, is a very popular graphic novel with a hilarious main character who deals with trying to balance her dreams with the reality of the world she lives in. Next we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, most likely one of the most popular series in this age range. These stories deal with the everyday adventures of Greg Heffley, our middle school protagonist, who is not thrilled to be stuck in middle school when he'd much rather be trying to work on getting rich and famous. Next we have the Babysitter's Club series. These books are available both as novels and as graphic novels, and there's currently a Netflix TV show based on them. These are classics that have been slightly updated for the modern era and deal with everything from friendship to first crushes to the excitement and drama of attempting to run a babysitting business. Next we have James Patterson's middle school series, the first book being Middle School: The Worst Years of My Life. In this first book, our protagonist tries to make the best out of being stuck in middle school by attempting to break every rule in the student's code of conduct. And finally, we have the Dork Diary series, which is another book written in diary format that uses drawings and comic strips to chronicle the adventures and everyday life of a character dealing with the beginning of middle school. So, I hope you got some ideas from this suggestions video and that you can look into these books to help you deal with the start of your own school adventure this year. Best of luck to everyone.